Hello, how are you?
Very well, very well. Just breathing up and down your pillar. And we'll set up the energy. Yes. We'll set up the energy.
Beautiful. Just calling in the teams now. We ask for the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, and the karmic board to merge deeply and fully with us now through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for our divine presences, our guides, our ascension councils to work in harmonious group consciousness together. So the highest of the highest of the highest will be shown here today for inner here and now. We ask for a temple of Mother Gaia grounding to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for a temple of divine union to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. And finally, calling on a divine presence, communion temple to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. And feel how the teams and the temples merge with your pillar and your field, raising your frequency, dropping you deeper into your inner worlds. Beautiful, thank you.
Lovely, lovely. So we received from you your intentions for the session today is service, mission, healing, and clearing. Would you like to share more, expand on that?
Yes, so I've been having a whirlwind of a life lately. Just before Christmas, my mother died, so I've been dealing with a lot of grief. And then that brought up some issues from my past. It also brought up some financial issues. And so I'm just trying to heal and clear from that. And, anything else that's lingering about, there's always something to heal and clear, I feel. And for the mission, I've been in healthcare for 35 years, and I have like 7 years to go before I retire. And I'm just like, I don't want to be there, but I feel like I'm stuck there till the end, which, okay. But I want to make sure on a spiritual level, I am fulfilling any missions that I might have other than the service of my work.
Beautiful.
Okay, lovely. Well, all of that has now been brought into the consciousness of the sacred temple space, and the Family of Light will take all of it into account, and let's see where they'd like to begin.
Okay.
And so, first of all, there's waves of pearlescent divine love frequency coming from the outer edges of the temple space. And you are on a crystal bed in the center, with the crystal at the center of the temple beneath, and there's these very nurturing, soft frequencies just pouring in, soothing, pouring light in to your field, into your energy bodies, enlightening, lifting, lightness. And so in this space, allow yourself to soften, to dissolve the external. You may even see, feel, and know particles will be dancing and moving, and veils falling away with grace as you come into the space of full awareness and remembrance of your spiritual path, your own divinity in this here and now moment, the depths of your connection to all that is, as they continue to assist you with your intention to unfold the layers, unfold, to open, to allow even more light into your field, to expand from 6 feet to 12 feet in all directions with your heart sphere, to 24 feet in all directions. And the Family of Light, led in this part of the session by Ascended Master Melchizedek, a pouring of frequency, creating sacred geometry within the entire temple space with you in the center. It's quite a electrical type energetic frequency alignment throughout your field and around your field, through your multidimensional field. So just really going into that surrendering state, that willingness state, that opening, softening, allowing, flowing, becoming one with the frequency here, dissolving into oneness and harmony with all that is. Feeling your guides and your spirit with you. You may even feel some holding your hand, your head, your feet, energetically and completely supported, allowing you to drop even deeper into the truth of who you are, into the truth of your vessel on earth and spirit that pours through your vessel. They're calling us into your Hara Chakra, your power center. We are diving into the center of your Hara Chakra now. It's much like being within your heart space. This is being within your divine power temple space, much like a solar temple, very golden, very high frequency. And the space is reflected as a very heightened, spacious, very high ceilings within this temple space with beautiful, large arched windows all the way to the ceiling, much sunlight coming in, the energy of divine light pouring through. And you are sitting in a lotus within this temple space, and Sanat Kumara sits in front of you with Venus Kumara. Batumi sits behind you. Mother Mary to the right of you, Lady Nada to the left, and so on out concentric circles of Ascended Masters and Archangel from your Ascension Council and the family of light that you work with regularly. Cosmic cousins, divine beings of the family of light. In no time, no space. Sanat shares, this is a ceremony to gift and remind you of your divine power to the fullest of what you are able to receive at this time. There are rings around the entire temple space on the outer edges that hold scripting and glyphs, codes that begin to spin in a counterclockwise direction. And smaller rings that are closer in, approximately 6 to 12 feet out from where you are energetically. And that more inner ring is spinning in a clockwise direction with coded keys and glyphs. These have been written by your spirit, by you. They were written before you came into this incarnation, they share. They were written into the coding as you birthed into this life. And so this is you reading, downloading, activating what you have prepared for yourself. Once again, surrendering and feeling the lightness, the full power of your beingness as this energetic frequency is fully activated within the temple space, and these rings of scripting spin faster and faster. And you may feel waves of frequency. You may even feel a little dizzy at times. Just breathing up and down your pillar and allowing this to flow through your field. You may feel pressure on the crown, different sensations through your physical body. All is well. Allow, feel the freedom to soak in this powerful message from yourself, this powerful divinity of energy from you, from your spirit, to remind you at this time, this divine timing in divine order for your being. Message to self, thy smile. Again, surrendering, melting into the space. You may feel the particles of your being being filled with divine power now. Sparking light, filling with golden, orange, yellow, white light. Activating all parts of you. Letting go of fears, concerns, regrets. Letting go of the past, the future. Feeling in this very moment the power of who you are. And melting into the energy. Becoming one with the energy. Breathing up now to source with this frequency, filling your entire pillar with these particles of divine power. And allowing this energy and this frequency to flow down into Mother Gaia's heart, anchoring here. Recording your message in the base of your pillar for you to receive this remembrance at any time, the anchoring of your power, your alignment to your path. The spinning slows and integrates into the floor of the temple space, remembering that this temple is your Hara chakra, and so it's embedded now. This message is fully activated in your field, in your Hara chakra, and you can access it at all times. You may ask for your divine power to be activated throughout your entire field when needed, when guided. Sanat shares, you have all answers within you. You have all the power of the universe within you. You have all creation flowing through you. You are a powerful being, a vessel on earth, pouring spirit through. To feel this deep trust, this deep faith, to hold, to ground, to be still in this power, to breathe with stillness in this power. All in the temple space, in your Hara chakra. Deeply bless and honor you as this part is sealed and we come back into the divine presence. Communion temple out of your Hara chakra now. breathing up and down your pillar and letting go once again, being in this now moment.
And in the temple space, Archangel Michael has stepped forth, and he shares that above your soul star, the chakra 15 centimeters above your head, you've created a layer of energy which can be compared to a little bit like a dark cloud, a black cloud, and it represents it's showing itself energetically as a layer of lead or tin, that type of energy. And it's almost like an umbrella over your head. So this feeling of that grief and that pressed feeling in your energy field, it's been making it harder for the brightness and lightness and the sunshine of source, which is your divine truth, to come through into your field. It's like it had to go around this layer, and it can still reach you, but has been harder. And Michael shares there are thought forms holding this in place, and what he would like to offer you, if you so choose, is to cut all these thought forms and ties to this layer and to remove this layer yet again from your pillar. Would you like him to proceed with that?
Yes, please.
Beautiful. He shares as well, it's been a layer that has kept your thoughts going around in loops and patterns and creating a reality that has felt real to you, but in fact is an illusion versus the truth of how your life really is and what your spirit would like you to feel and see and know and create. And to a degree, you've known this. However, you were a little bit stuck in the reality and realness of this energy that it became a little bit as the reality for you. And so Michael is going to start with his team to cut all these thought forms and cords and ties to this energy, and then the layer will be either dissolved or removed. We'll see what the team moves you through. If you can continue breathing up and down your pillar as Michael and the team move through this. It's also connected, Michael shares, to the energy of feeling stuck in your world and stuck in the inevitability of certain timelines, including work, etc. And the inevitability, like, this is how it is, this is what I have to do, this is how things are. It's sort of that pressed energy that has been connected to this also. So the first step is the cutting of these ties, including thoughts and things like that, and cords to this energy and that you've created. And the next is to start lightening this energy, dissolving it a little bit, and then Michael shows it's going to be sort of sucked away from your field above your head and then to the right. So it's going to be sucked out on the right side. And the first next step is the dissolving and lightening of the energy so that it can then be removed. And as from a teaching point of view for your understanding, Michael shares, through thoughts and emotions, you've created this layer, which then changes the energy flow from spirit into your field, which then changes the timelines you manifest. And so you can then see the energetic effect of how thoughts and emotions can lead you to live a different timeline and a different reality. he says the opposite is true as well. That deeper understanding means you understand even more deeply how your thoughts and emotions and your choices within that can create higher versions of your life and higher versions of your timelines. And that deeper understanding of that, how that mechanism works, will help you to create those higher timelines moving forward, where things are lighter and you feel more positive and you see solutions and options that weren't there before at a different timeline. The layer is being removed now, transmuted back to universal love and light. Expanding your pillar to 48 feet if you weren't there already, and breathing up to source and down to the core of Gaia, allowing your field to be saturated with beautiful golden liquid light. Just a little tweak of the alignment of your chakras as well. 12 primary chakras. Very nice. And if you notice these sort of patterns start up again, you can call Michael and he will assist you to clear this process again. He says now that you're more aware of it, it'll be easier to catch it at an earlier time, and you can keep your pillar nice and clear and free flowing, giving you access to those higher timelines where you have access to all things better. He smiled.
Mm-hmm.
It's complete.
Okay, so they're taking us to the left side of your energy bodies, and it's the reflection of the divine feminine or the feminine within that is shining a spotlight sort of from left to right, sort of behind and from the left down through to the center and then back again. And so looking backwards on that left side. And the symbolism of this they share is you searching and searching for the answers, searching for that divine feminine flow that you are yearning for, that frequency of synchronicity, of grace, of divine joy flowing through your days and your timeline. And so let's see where they'd like to. And so what they're doing is activating a chamber around you of this searching energy. And it's like a cylinder wall of light. And they've created it to be a choice for you, where you can step through this wall so that you are no longer in the search. You become that divine feminine grace, synchronicity, and sacred spiritual flow. And they share it sounds quite simple. This energy of, I just energetically step out of this cylinder through this wall. However, before you make the decision to step, they would like you to feel what this means first. This is a willingness to truly step into that divine feminine led life, divine masculine led life, divine presence led life to a much higher degree, which you're already doing. This is, rather than searching to be the frequency of what you are calling out for, which is already within they share. And so they ask for your permission in this moment. They ask for your choice. Would you like to step through this wall into the energy of what you're searching for?
Yes.
Yes. Lovely. And so breathing up and down your pillar, and in this frequency, feel what the frequency is. Your mind, lower mind, does not need to understand it fully in this moment because there are veils, and the cylinder is one of the veils, one of the illusions. And so in this moment, just feel in the cells and particles of your field what it means to feel that grace, what it means to feel the peace and the flow of a divine sacred life, where you flow with your heart, where you feel the breeze of divinity in each day, synchronicity, spiritual energy flowing through your vessel with such flow and grace that you feel blessed to be living in this incarnation and walking in your divine life, on your divine path. And so when you're ready, step through this wall. And as you step through and stand, you will feel a light is activated, pouring around you another chamber while you get used to this frequency. There is a slight spinning energy, and that is the fears and concerns of the future, the fears and concerns of what does this mean? Where am I going to end up? How and when? And so they'd ask you to breathe up and down your pillar and surrender to the light. Breathe up and down your pillar and feel that deep inner peace in the heart that feels the rightness and alignment with this, the rightness, the remembrance, joy that you made before you came into this lifetime. You may feel a beautiful cord of light going straight through from source down through the center of your pillar all the way into Mother Gaia's heart, a golden white or frequency of strength, courage, of deep faith and knowing. And so this chamber around you begins to expand to give you even more space as it fills with light, expands and fills, expands and fills. The Arcturians step forward and create more of a structure around you to create the stability you're looking for, the security, certainty of, as you step forward, there is grace. And there's a spiral of beautiful, sacred, geometric stairs. They're building very intricately down from your lower chakras all the way into Gaia, creating a very stable base for you. Very stable foundation, and this will support you until it fully integrates and will dissolve as you feel your full strength grounded in this new state of being. And they're filling with Mother Gaia's frequency as well, filling from the base of your pillar now, from Gaia's heart up, activating this structure of support through your base, up through and around all of your energy bodies and all the way up to source now. This divine grid of deep stability. And they're sharing that you can feel a freedom within this. So much stability, you feel free. You can open your arms and surrender. Allow, open your heart to its fullest. Float and feel the deep nurturing and support in your life. The deep knowing of rightness, with the divine light pouring, divine love pouring, divine power pouring through all areas of your life. Once again, they call you to sit in the divine union, divine presence, communion temple space, and they activate the divine child temple space through and around all dimensions of your field. And another message from your spirit. They are showing you very small within this temple space, this very large temple space that really is your energy. And they share you forget. You forget your power, the fullness of your power. Forget your divinity. You forget your purity. This is a refining they share. There is and has been many awakenings on your path. This is the next level of remembrance, the unforgetting, the veils falling away. And so this tiny being within this large expanded temple space, they are asking for you to be like a large Buddha and begin to feel a growing of you within the temple space to the point where the temple becomes one with your base chakra. That's how big and expanded and enormous you become. And a new temple is activated as you expand. And a new temple is activated as you expand and continues to expand and expand as you grow, as you grow, as you remember, as your consciousness remembers, awakens, and remembers. Hold this expanded state now. The family of light are showing many divine healing emissaries, archangels, working on your field on the outer edges, on the vortices of the grid lines within your multidimensional field, so you may hold this fully empowered state. This fullness of who you are, this enlightened being that is truly you. Feel the source light pouring down through your crown chakra. Be the Buddha now. Be the Buddhic, enlightened being in this very moment as the divine light from source pours throughout your field and you accept this energy with grace. You accept this energy with honoring. You accept this energy as a divine reflection of the Creator, and you accept this energy because you do remember that this is truly who you are. This powerful being of light that is one with all that is the size of the universe and the size of the cells within your energy bodies. You are all. And from this state, they share. Remember and witness the life on earth, the incarnation from this expanded state, and you will see the intricacies and the details do not matter. Look at the energetic field of your heart as you look down at you as a vessel and your spirit pouring down into your vessel, pouring through, and witness when you constrict, the energy does not flow as much. When you are not choosing what is in the highest for you, the energy constricts. When you choose what is in the highest for you, when you choose that freedom, that open, expanded frequency, the abundance of spirit pours through you and light fills all areas of your life, expanding and ripples out and fills the earth and touches all beings on this planet. Sanat and Katumi with Venus remind you, you may come into this state in meditation to witness your life and to make the decisions in a powerful, simple, enlightened state, and trust them, and to see the divinity of souls pouring into Mother Gaia as they birth through. The joy of incarnating on earth, experiencing the physical, evolving, creating, and birthing out of the earth, the joy of the ones blissfully enlightened as they have a deathing from the physical into the spiritual once again, and the joy, the pure, utter ecstasy and bliss of becoming one with all that is as they let go of their physical bodies. Witness from this Buddhic state the bliss, the oneness, and the divinity of watching those on earth, watching the light flow from spirit into their vessels and being guides for these ones on earth. The divinity of being a guide and witnessing the perfection of spirit dancing through the physical, creating new that has never been before through these physical vessels, enlightening, touching other beings and watching their light within their particles enlighten. They call you now back to the temple space. You may stay in this expanded state, breathing up and down your pillar, getting used to this stretch. The temple has enlarged to approximately 48 feet from the center of the crystal around you and this expanded state. In no time, no space, feel as the team begins to stream filaments and frequencies of light around your pillar down, activating a new layer in your pillar of strength, of this divine power, this divine child purity of remembering the journey of birthing, of deathing, of enlightening, of expanding, of ascending, of creating, of freeing, of birthing, being the light, breathing up and down your pillar. They are calling you now back into the original temple space, allowing your Buddhic state to come with you, but allowing yourself to feel more of your lower energy bodies once again, combined with your Buddhic state. Beautiful.
And so in the Divine Presence Communion Temple, Ascended Master Mary has stepped forth, and she smiles at you and connects with you and wishes to guide you through a multidimensional portal that's been opened and activated here in the temple space to an Arcturian healing temple. And so with Mary, we step through the portal to the Arcturian healing temple, where we are joined and greeted by a large group of beautiful, divine, happy Arcturians. And they ask you to sit near the crystal at the core of the temple space and connect your 12 primary chakras to this crystal and receive from this divine being. The temple has the shape of a cube, and what the Arcturians and Mary share is, via the guidance of your spirit, they would like to offer you a stabilization of your multidimensional field, the 12 materialized dimensions, the dimensions of your earthly life that you live in, and beyond that, up to 144 dimensions of your inner world. And this stabilization will start from the crystal at the core of the temple space, move through each of the 12 materialized dimensions, and then move through up to the 144 dimensions. And this stabilization will help you feel solid and strong in your life and in your choices. It's comparable to being on a rocky boat in the waves, or being on a very stable, large vessel where you are not even aware that you are on the waves in the ocean, and you're not even aware that the size of the waves is changing because everything is so stable and so clear. And so they're first going to flow through the 12 materialized dimensions, and they ask you to remain consciously present as you receive deeply this stabilization of your multidimensional field. And this is primarily focused on Mary shares the next 3 to 6 months of your life. And as you have this on recording, you can repeat this process whenever you feel a little bit wobbly or shaky in your life for strong and powerful, lasting stabilization. So simply breathe up and down your pillar as the Arcturians start with the first dimension now. And you may see different colors or feel different energetic streams move through your field. Certain emotions or thoughts may move through. Allow them to be, send them down to the core of Gaia for transformation, or hand them to Mary. And continue breathing up and down your pillar. And in this temple space, the healing temple that is like a cube, the energies flow from the crystal across the floor, up the walls, across the ceiling to the center, back down to the core of the crystal. And that seals the first dimension. And this is how they will move through each of the dimensions, the 12, and then complete with 12 to 144 in one step, as that is your inner world. You're moving to the second dimension now. Each of these dimensions represented with a different energy flow and a different color. You'll feel this stabilization, Mary smiles. Third dimension. And as each dimension completes, the temple at that dimension is saturated with these stabilization frequencies as well. Fourth dimension. 5th dimension. And continue breathing up and down your pillar to keep the energies flowing within your field. 6th dimension. 7th dimension. You may start to feel a real buzz and a hum in your field. 8th dimension. 'Mary shares as well, you will witness the energies getting higher and higher in frequency as you move up the dimensions. 9th dimension. 10th dimension. 11th dimension. And 12th dimension. And with that, a seal up of this stabilization for your materialized world moving forward. And now a very large flow of energy all the way up to 144 dimensions of your inner world, starting in 3, 2, 1, now. Keep breathing up and down your pillar as these large waves of high frequency move through you. Beautiful. The Arcturians seal that now as well up to 144 dimensions. Ask you to breathe up and down your pillar powerfully a few times. And they're always here, they share, to assist you with any stabilization needed in your life. This particular ceremony can be repeated once every 3 to 6 months as a general guideline. And Mary is here to assist with this as well. We thank the Arcturians and the beautiful healing temple and the crystal here, and step back through the multidimensional portal to the Divine Presence Communion Temple. And Mary blesses you and steps back. And this is complete.
Lovely. Is there anything that you would like to share or ask before the last part of the session?
No, well, I've definitely felt the presence of the Arcturians. I always see their blue, very deep, rich blue.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Lovely. So nothing else?
No, I don't think
Lovely.
so.
Lovely. Let's see what I'd like to finish. Lovely. So the stream of that spotlight that was earlier in the session on the left-hand side is showing now a very aligned expression of each of your chakras, and they're starting at the very top at your solstice chakra, and each of the chakras are becoming that light, but in a very aligned state where they shine and in all directions, and therefore reflecting that beingness of the energy that you were searching for before. And so starting at the solstice chakra, and it's much like looks a bit like the moon, like a white sphere of light just activates within the chakra and just shines many, many, many beams of light in all directions, and it will show you the way forward. It will assist in lighting up your path and guiding you and receiving clear communication from the teams through chakras, with in each and every moment feeling that truth of who you are and stepping forth from this place of beingness into the crown chakra. Now lights up with this divine sphere of light. And the brow chakra lights up with this sphere of light, beams, powerful laser beams. And stabilizing the brow as there is so much energy around searching through via the lower mind, and so they're raising the consciousness of the lower mind and connecting it to the higher mind through the brow to stabilize that beingness and witnessing rather than the searching. Moving down now to the throat chakra as the sphere of light activates. There's a freedom here, a receiving of the frequency of freedom in your communication and sharing, teaching and transmitting frequency through you into the thymus chakra now between your throat and heart. The sphere of light activates. This is very much a group consciousness chakra, and they're needing a little extra light and power to fully activate this one with your intention. If you so choose, open up this area to the field, to the oneness of all that is, and allow that light to shine. Beautiful.
Ascended Master Sananda stepped forth. Were you complete?
Yeah, no. Well, we'll be going down through the other chakras.
Yeah, so complete that first.
Yes, he's keen. And so down into the heart chakra now. The sphere of light activating. And this is slightly larger, this one. Deeply filling your entire field with light. Less beams, more full, glowing. Into the solar plexus now as the sphere of light activates. Beams and receiving, and a stabilization of the emotions through the solar plexus, a cooling, a soothing, smoothing, nurturing, and into the Hara chakra. There's a real buzz here from the earlier part of the session, and so that will be, again, harmonizing, soothing, a lot of excitement, calming and grounding this frequency. As you allow your power to be witnessed, to shine into the sacral chakra now as the sphere of light activates. Beams of light flow into exciting creations and allowing your inner creator to pour through. Into your base, the sphere of light activates. A beautiful feeling of peace, of coming home, a feeling of a deep, satisfying honoring of self, a deep knowing of rightness of where you are and who you are, and the beingness on earth sits well with you. This humming energy of oneness on earth. Into the link chakra now as the light, sphere of light activates and shines. The movement of the creations in your field, shining the light, holding the energy of joy, frequency of joy throughout your life. Into the Earth Star chakra below your feet, the sphere of light activates. And this sphere of light grows and expands, and then begins to descend and collect all of the frequencies you have received in this entire session, and is moving down to anchor in the base of your pillar. And feel the sphere of light surrounding Mother Gaia's heart. Feel that deep oneness with her as you breathe up and down your pillar, anchoring all you have received. Feeling deeply merged with her, creating such stability and such a foundation for your life and your oneness with each and every day and physical doings in your life. There is a faith that will grow and grow. The divine truth always in your awareness. Beautiful. Sananda.
Yes, Sananda is patiently awaiting the final offering for this session time, and he blesses you deeply, and he blesses your path and your 12 primary chakras, and he wishes to offer you that he wishes to walk with you over the coming period, and you need but ask him in to walk with you, to talk with you, to offer healing for you at any time. Assist with letting go of anything. And so to really call him in this period, where he will be with you the whole way. He smiles. He blesses you deeply and steps back. And that feels complete. So we'll seal that up. We ask for all this energy work to be sealed and to integrate with grace, ease, divine love, divine light, and divine power. Sending all this energy work down to the core of Gaia, accessible for all souls who are ready. Thanking the teams, Mother Gaia, the temples. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So be it. So be it. So be it is done. Coming fully back into your physical body and your here and now with all of your consciousness and awareness. Breathing up and down your pillar a few times, and the team shares to allow about 48 hours for the integration of this session and to re-listen to the recording as often as guided, for you will keep hearing new information being offered, and they can use this recording as well to communicate to you within this high frequency space of this Trinity.
And just to let you know as well, while the dimensional cubes were going on, there was a full clearing of your field as well happening in the background. Beautiful. Very amazing, powerful frequency coming through.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was. I thought my little head was going to explode there for a minute.
Well, it certainly expanded, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, lots and lots of love. Take care, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
So
Have a beautiful
bye-bye.
day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.